acreage alone, roughly $2,500, I think. But it was not a graphic, it was just a typed out survey.
Okay.
Nothing through AeroSwift of it, maybe a copy, a one-page thing.
Thank you.
That's not my 3 minutes though, or 2 minutes.
You want your 3 minutes now, Mary?
No,
No? Who's next?
Mike Paulson, I'd like to ask Roger, is the ordinance done? Is the wind ordinance done?
No.
Why aren't you working on it? This is the second month in a row, here it's only 20 to 8, you got right in the round table already. Isn't that your job, to work on an ordinance? You act like you can't do nothing, well, some of you guys can't do nothing without a lawyer here. You gonna work on it, Roger, or what's going on?
Thanks, Mike. Anybody else?
Linda Reynolds, and I'm kinda curious too, I've come to quite a few of these, why you aren't working on the ordinance if you do have other issues. Second part of my, when you talk about a turbine application, I'm really clueless to this, would each turbine application come to a special meeting, is that what you were saying? For each one? And who determines that? Is the special meeting the planning?
Yes. Between the planning commission initially looks at it, if
Okay.
there's any, engineering or, if they don't have like a soil engineering done on the plot that they want, that's where we gotta step in and say, you didn't bring this into us, so this ain't gonna fly. So they've gotta match up with all of the parts of the ordinance that we're building before they can do anything on one turbine.
Okay, but
Each
the
turbine is
planning
individual.
commission is the people that's in charge of the special meeting.
Yeah, the special meeting, there's the planning commission, but then the planning commission sends it off to the board for approval.
On each one of them,
On
they'll have
each
to go
one.
through that stuff, just like one.
Yep. And it's gotta be publicized in the paper 14 or 15 days
15
prior
days.
before the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
So does the planning commission determine the placement of them?
No,
No.
no.
So who's to, okay, they come to you with a placement, and within their safety circle or whatever, touches my property line and I'm not a signer. Who stops that?
That's where the setbacks come.
The setbacks are all about.
Because that's where I'm at. I don't care what my neighbor's decision is, but your decision doesn't cross my property line by any means necessary, flicker.
That's where the.
I'm gonna have to deal with the noise, I understand that, and I'm not gonna tell somebody else what they can and can't do with their land. Now, if you want a suggestion, if you got two joined parcels that are signers, they wanna sign a waiver between each other and omit your distances, but us ones that don't want them, we should have a very restrictive setback to keep it away from our edges.
I guess we'll find that out.
But
But yes, that it is,
neighbors
it's
that agree,
restrictive to you. If for a non-participating, member, has got a lot further setback from their property line than a participating.
you know, and I'm just saying to be fair to the ones that do want them, if they wanna work together with each other over your property, do what you want.
Yeah, that's why it was set up to the nearest participating member that's in the plan. If they want to have, like, say you got a square there where you've got two center pivots there,
Yep.
but you've got that open area where you can't plant nothing. If they wanna put one back there and it's two participating members and they can fall within them setbacks, then both of them farmers can go together.
But I believe just for future reference, it should still be done by waiver, cause what if one of them parcels sell their property?
It is done by
So,
waiver.
It is.
somebody's gotta still have rights to that land when they buy
Five
it.
signatures, yes.
Alright, thank you.
Is that it? Thank you. Anybody else?
I do. Is it alright if I fix it, I need hip surgery tomorrow, and they've not canceled it, so. Great news.
Good for you.
Bite your tongue.
Leslie Rydell, Pine Township. I had the honor to have worked for Kent County Circuit Court Judge Dennis C. Coletta for 20 years. He has since retired and moved to Chicago. I reached out to him after having heard from so many townships, we can't be too restrictive or we'll be sued. And that wasn't my understanding of Michigan law. So he did come to Pine Township and he spoke on November 1st to our planning commission. And in summary, I'll recite to you the Michigan Zoning Enabling Act. A zoning ordinance or zoning decision shall not have the effect of totally prohibiting the establishment of a land use within the local unit of government in the presence of a demonstrated need for that land use within either that local unit of government or the surrounding area within the state, unless a location within the local unit of government does not exist where the use may be appropriately located or the use is unlawful. That's MCL 125.3207. Judge Kalema's summary included, number one, while federal court decisions applying Michigan law are not binding on Michigan courts are not allowed to ignore them. Federal court decisions are at least considered persuasive to Michigan judges, and Michigan courts are supposed to follow them unless there is a good reason not to. This would apply to the recent U.S. District Court decision of Tuscola Wind versus Elmer Charter Township. In that case, a federal judge upheld a restrictive township wind ordinance based on the fact that there was no demonstrated need for wind turbines in Elmer Township. Quoting Judge Ludington, Tuscola cannot reasonably argue that a township will have inadequate access to energy absent a wind energy project. The Elmer Township decision is necessarily persuasive and deserves to be followed because it tracks language of the Michigan statute on exclusionary zoning, and obeying unambiguous statutory language is a cardinal principle of Michigan law. Number two, section 3207 of the Michigan Zoning Enabling Act that I read above created a 4-part test, all of which have to be met before a claim of exclusionary zoning can prevail against a township. A township ordinance must totally prohibit an entire class of use within a township, not just a particular use within that class.
Thank you, I hate to interrupt you,
Sure.
I got the same thing right here.
Yeah, I
Have
passed
you read
them out
it?
last week.
Did you read it?
No.
Well, you guys should have stopped me a long time ago. You've not ever heard that before, have you? Okay, so, okay, that's it, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Oh, wait a minute. I'd like to know this gentleman's name right here. He's never introduced us, anybody. Are you from Apex? Are you from Apex?
Yeah, I'm with them on home Monday.
Okay, could you tell us your name, please?
Give them crap.
Wow.
All in
That's
favor?
different.